Hey, Brenda.
Hey, is my camera on?
Yep, now
Oh,
you're
there.
there.
Awesome.
I just realized too. Let me blur. There we go. Blur my background because I've got people in the lunchroom behind me. All right, and we are live on YouTube already because I accidentally started it already, and I'm going to let it just ride here.
Oh, sweet.
Uh, let's see. I need to show Rebecca for next time you can actually just click go live on YouTube and Zoom and then it does everything for you. So
Oh,
before we had to do
nice.
like a code and a password and connect everything and get it all working together when you can just click a button and it starts it. So
That's nice.
yeah. All right. Why don't we go ahead and get started now?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. So it looks like we actually have a couple of viewers. So if someone wants to leave a comment and say hi, or if you have any questions, this is our weekly office hours live. So definitely able to jump in and participate. But in the meantime, I'm going to get started with what we normally get started on, and that's kind of our, back orders and kind of what's going on here. And our back orders list is nice and almost empty, actually. I mean, besides the usual suspects. So, obviously, OcuSoft hand soaps are still no idea when those are coming back. They do say they are coming back. I ask occasionally. We just don't know when. We obviously have the Vista Prep hand soap available, which I've used and I like. I don't know that I notice a difference between the OcuSoft and the Vista Prep. I wear soft contacts and I don't have an issue. So I did have a period of time where I was having issues with my contact lenses, and it was because of the hand soap, and those have since gone away. So the ones that I was using, it had like moisturizers and stuff in it. Um, so we are out of the Mepitac 0.8-inch tape. The supplier that we typically get it from has raised the price so much that it makes it so that we are not able to stock it anymore because we would basically be selling it way above the cost that you could just get it elsewhere. And so in the meantime, we do have the Mebitac 1.6-inch tape, and you can cut it in half if you need a thinner strip. And actually, economically, it's probably a better deal anyway, just to buy the 1.6-inch tape and you get twice the use out of it. And it's, I believe the 0.8-inch tape was slightly more expensive than the 1.6-inch tape last I looked. I can't remember, but more economical. So there was just no point in making an effort to stock it. I am trying to work with a supplier to try and get that and get it at a better price. But for now, we still have the 1.6-inch. The Scope Tea Tree Oil Eyelid Cleansing Gel, we were told no ETA, but that actually shipped and we should have it by next week back in stock.
I have a question about that real quick,
Yeah.
Alicia. So yesterday somebody did actually call asking if it was available. I was
hmm
not sure, and I meant to ask you, it shows there's one in stock at the store. Is that correct, or are you guys completely out?
I think we do have one in stock. I'm pretty positive.
Hmm.
I saw it. Let me just look really quick. I'm pretty positive we do have one down there. Yeah, we do. We do have one in stock
There's
still.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
hmm
awesome. I'll let them know in case they want to get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we do have more coming in, so no big deal.
Awesome.
Um, we got Solapto back in stock yesterday. That was out of stock for a minute, so we shipped all the back orders that we had for that went out today. And what else? I think that's it for back orders. So, in terms of kind of new products in the pipeline, we do have um, the Blinkjoy electric eyelid brushes. I'm putting that order in today, so we will have those probably in about a week. And we are getting the blue, the lavender, the white, and the gold.
The
So,
fancy.
for anyone wanting to be fancy, we'll have those. And then we are going to be bringing in, I'm not totally sure when yet because I just got the information, but a new prosthetic eye. lubricant. It's called Prost Eye. And then they also have prosthetic eyelid wipe, or not eyelid, prosthetic eye wipes.
Oh,
So
awesome.
that'll be a totally new product. We are really wanting to kind of have a prosthetic eye center on the site where people can have their plungers, they can have their, the prosthetic eye lubricant, and then now the wipes, and kind of make it just an area that someone who has a prosthetic eye that they can shop in one spot. So that is our goal. So we will be bringing that into the shop at some point.
Awesome.
Um, all right. What do you have?
Yes. So as far as customer service related stuff, we had some feedback come through the customer survey that we send out to customers after they receive their order.
Hmm.
I thought this one was really nice. It's somebody from Denmark, so out of the US. They purchased the Brooder Moist Heat Compress. They said very quickly to answer product questions and so great that you
Yay.
delivered it Denmark. So they were super happy that they were able to order that and have it shipped to them.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, it's always really cool to see the different areas that people order from. I always find that pretty interesting. As far as reviews, this is a review about the eye seals clear. I just thought it would be kind of helpful to maybe review some of this stuff.
Hmm.
This is regarding the strap. They mentioned it doesn't stay still, and they wish that it would stay still so that way, when they're sleeping, the seal doesn't break open and their
Hmm.
eyes are staying moisturized. Just a couple tips that I know I have spoken to people about. Some suggestions have been to try to pin it down into the hair if you have long enough
Hmm.
hair using bobby pins that could help. Um, Another thing too is maybe adding Velcro to the strap. You can add some, just patch it on there, and then that can help secure it more tightly.
Hmm.
Those are just some suggestions that I've mentioned. I don't know if you happen to have any other ones
Hmm.
that could be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of people completely putting on a whole new strap and, sewing it tighter. And unfortunately, you kind of have to do what you got to do. And that's some of the things you have to do, which is unfortunate because it is pricey. But
Yes.
yeah, I think you're right on the right track in terms of that. Yeah, because I can't think of anything else other than adhesives, and
Something
that is,
totally different. Yeah,
yeah,
different
that is
products.
not my favorite option. I always tell ladies who come into the retail shop when we start kind of on that conversation, I'm like, well, I like my eyelashes. So
Yeah, definitely. That's something that people try to avoid most of the time.
yeah, for sure.
Yes. And then moving on, product questions. I wanted
Mhm.
to bring this one up. I was just curious if you had happened to received an answer. It was about the nano dropper. Someone was wanting some cleaning tips on that.
Oh yeah. So I tried getting a hold of Nano Dropper. They ended up calling me back at a point where I couldn't take the phone call, so I haven't called them back. But I'm pretty sure I think an alcohol wipe is going to be the answer. But once I get an answer, I'll let you know because I wanted to know.
Yeah,
Um, but I know that the with the nano droppers, because it is a medical device, they're very clear on not reusing it with other bottles. And so but I cannot find anything about cleaning off the tip anywhere on
right.
their website, their videos. I watched their troubleshooting videos. I couldn't get any information. So I'll let you know because I was going to call them back after this because, like I said, they called me back and I couldn't answer at the time. So
Yeah, I got curious too, and I tried searching on their website, but I couldn't
yeah.
find anything either. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they have a lot of good troubleshooting things about like, clogged tips and whatever. So if you do encounter someone who has a clogged tip, they actually on their YouTube, they have troubleshooting for the clogged tip. And then I can't remember, oh, like what to do with the little cap when you're not using it. And it's like, oh, it has a flat base, so you can turn it upside down and just set it down and whatever. But nothing about like if you
how
get
to
stuff
clean
on
it,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the lint,
I just am not sure if an alcohol wipe would degrade that, like it's silicone.
the
So
material.
yeah, so I want to make sure before we give that answer. But yeah,
Right. All right. Well, besides that, I didn't have anything else added here to my list.
okay. I did kind of have a kind of sort of public safety announcement.
Oh,
So it broke this morning, but the FDA did announce a nationwide recall on the Rohto, Rohto eye drops for due to lack of assurance of sterility. But 12, almost 12.5 million
Wow.
bottles of eye drops are affected. This is a really popular kind of drugstore brand. They have their cooling eye drops. They do have some dry eye products, but we may be getting calls and questions about this recall. But they do have basically all the lot numbers are listed online, but it's their cooling eye drops all in one, cooling eye drops max strength, cooling eye drops max strength twin pack, cooling eye drops optic glow, cooling eye drops digit eye, cooling eye drops dry aid. So that's a dryness marketed for dryness, dry twin pack, cooling eye drops cool relief, and that seems to be all the whole list. But let's see what else. So it's a class two, meaning recalled products may cause temporary reversible effects and serious health consequences are unlikely. But obviously, if you think you have an issue or even suspect you might have an issue, report it. Because generally with these types of recalls, um, we get most of the information once people start reporting things and things start to
Right.
come out and they investigate. So um, obviously don't use them. I don't think they're preservative free either, so we would never recommend them anyway. But
Right.
okay, what else? We and this is going to go out in the newsletter. Obviously, for those watching, if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, highly recommend because we put a lot of information in the newsletters. But we are moving, so it does appear things are moving forward. That we had to wait kind of for our timeline to solidify, but it looks like we are in fact going to be moving, and I believe we're going to be moving the 13th and 14th of August. Hoping to be in the new space by Monday, the 17th. That is going to involve some closures of like the retail store. There will be some shipping disruption because we have to move everything. Um, we are going to be, I believe, moved by a professional moving company on the 13th and the 14th. So hopefully that means it's quick
Oh,
and the
sweet.
disruption is minimal. But likely what's going to be happening is probably an early cutoff Thursday and then closed for shipping on Friday, and then hopefully back up and running by Monday, the 17th. As we get closer to that timeline, we'll have kind of a better idea, but I do believe it's pretty solid at this point. Um, let's see. I, what else do I got? Um, let's see here. Oh, on sale this week. We can talk about that. And
Oh, yes.
that too also goes out in the newsletter every week is kind of what's on sale. We do generally kind of rotate two things that are just automatically on sale and two things that need a code. These all can be used also on your first subscription. So if you want to set a subscription for something, these can be combined with your first subscription. We don't do a whole lot of coupon code combining often, but these are something that you can combine. So on automatic sale this week are the no TTO collections. So any eyelid hygiene product that does not contain tea tree oil is 10% off. Contact lens hand soaps are 10% off. So that means Vista Prep. And then we have the Vista Prep in the 32 ounce. We have it in the 12 ounce with the pump. And then we also have the OcuSoft hand soap in the 1 ounce. And we just got a brand new shipment of the OcuSoft 1 ounce last week. So we have plenty of that. I know people like to buy lots of those.
Hmm.
Really handy for travel. We are going to be bringing in the Vista Prep 1 ounce at some point. It's just not overly urgent because we have so much of the OcuSoft. Um, and then for the codes, it is 10% off Oasis brand products. So eye drops and lid hygiene and their eye mask all kind of falls under that 10% off. And then that is using the code OASIS, OASIS at checkout. And then also on sale is clear care products. So I feel like that's been the theme this week for me is having conversations about clear care in the pros case. So those are on sale this week. So, or should say last week. Last week it was the theme. Um, I don't even, it's Tuesday. My brain is thinking it's like later in the week than it is. So last week it was the theme was clear care. And so talking about the pros case and clear care and little hack if you need a catalyst disc from the case before you buy the big or before you need more actual clear care, get the little travel with Hydroglide to get the case. I gave lots of people that hack last week. So
That's a really
um,
good tip. Yeah,
yeah, because people don't realize that that travel one also comes with the case. So
the
then you
case.
can steal the catalyst disc off of it and not have to buy a whole bunch of clear care. Um, yeah, so that is all on sale. Obviously, those who subscribe to the newsletter and the mailing list sometimes get extra sales. We do occasionally run like weekend free shipping or, X off of X. I think something went out this morning that was a
Mhm.
coupon for subscribers. So it is worth it if you are a routine customer to subscribe to our mailing lists, our newsletter, and kind of keep an eye on it because we while we do have things planned out, sometimes it's just like, hey, we're going to do free shipping this weekend. So,
Just random. Yeah.
yeah, just random. So it does definitely pay to be subscribed. And also just safety alerts. Basically, as
Yeah.
soon as we know anything's going on, we let people know because we do know we deal with a lot of people who sometimes have medical issues and we like to get it out there when there's a problem. So, and that brings us to
For
time. Do
sure.
you have any closing remarks, Brenda? I
I
feel
do
like I
not
talked a
know.
lot.
No, I do not have any closing
All
remarks
right.
here. Yep.
All right. So, as always, we are here every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Welcome to chat in and kind of let us know if you have questions. But other than that, we will see you all next week.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
See you guys.